I think they do feel like they're talking to a fellow chef at times, and I get too embarrassed to let them know that I'm just a fool playing a person on TV who knows what they're talking about. So that the conversation starts off in a place where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm following, and then they keep going further and further, and then I'm just like, ah, yeah, 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 yeah,
Can I
yeah.
please taste it?
Don't ask me.
Just let me taste it.
Yeah, if they ask me a question, I have nothing, and then the jig is up.
What if I wanted to open a restaurant? They're hard and they're brutal and they're specific, but I know how to do it. This would be a different kind of restaurant.
What will we call this place?
Lionel, your character is just such a beautifully written character. Do you get many people coming up to you saying that to you or chatting to you about him?
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Can I hug you?" That's usually the interaction. I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take a free hug."
My God, free hugs all around. That's all good. That's all good.
Yeah.
So, can I ask, when you're on set, is it as chaotic as it is when we're watching it? Like sometimes I feel like I'm an extra person on set on my couch. Is it like that for you guys as well?
I think there are some moments where it's like that. A lot of it isn't that because I think that's also the magic of TV where there's for sure intense scenes and moments playing out where everyone's yelling and screaming. And then there are other times where it's much more technical. So you're shooting something, and then when it's all stitched together, Chris and uh or the whole time, Chris and everyone, the whole team of producers and editors, they are really good at creating that tension afterwards with the way they thread the edits together with the music and sound effects, where it's like it takes something from a 7 to a 10.
Wow. Because I said to someone earlier on that I was going to be talking to you, and they said, "Will you ask him when Richie, when cousin is shouting, cursing, roaring? Are there times you're going, I feel like I'm in a school again? Is that intense when he goes off on one?"
There are moments, yeah, there's some times where he's just going like the scene him and Carmi going at it, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is I feel like this is awkward. I'm just like at somebody's house and they're just fighting and you're just sitting here. But they shake it off after, so it's all good.
What can you tell us about season three? Because I'm just so aware about spoilers and all that. Like, it was quite intense the last episode of season two for you, especially.
Yeah.
How does your character develop now when it comes into season three?
Well, the season three picks up right where season two left off. So, like those questions are answered, and then you're watching how everyone moves forward with like again with like real life circumstances that bleed over from season two, as well as like season three is all about this restaurant is now open and they're functioning, they're trying to reach the highest level, they're in pursuit of a Michelin star. So, that's just what we're watching, and that's my spoiler-free answer. If you want the other answer, I can give it to you, but I think no one wants that. I'll let you guys watch it.
We love Marcus and Sydney. Your character is the guy that we've all been part of for years and years. That the guy who fancies the girl. Can we talk about Io for a second?
She's great. I mean, she talks a lot about her Irish family and her Irish roots. No, but, yeah, she's great. She's just as fun to be around as you would imagine. And she directed an episode this season that's incredible. That's Liza, who plays Tina, has a standalone episode that's one of my favorites that I've seen from the show. And so it was cool to get to like watch that, and I'm very just proud of both of them.
Do you know what? What I like about The Bear is when they do those episodes focusing on characters, they do it so well. Like the one with Marcus in Copenhagen with Will Poulter. Like, how was that for you? Like, it was quite emotional watching. I found.
Yeah, it was sick. It was cool. It was that episode felt like, and I think that's the cool thing of these bottle episodes. They feel like a departure from even the way that the show is normally done, where we had a different DP than we usually use for the rest of the series. We had Adam Newport Bear shoot that episode, and Rami directed it. So off the top, it already felt like its own thing. And yeah, we just approached it a little bit differently. We got to go in Copenhagen and use a different crew, and I had a blast just hanging out there for like a week. Going to the Tivoli Gardens, riding some rides in the morning, shooting at night. It was like my dream scenario.
This is a dream gig, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do people talk to you thinking that you know everything and anything about food, especially desserts now? Has that become a thing in your life?
Yeah, I think, well, I don't know if they think I know everything. I think their enthusiasm takes over where they're just like, I think they do feel like they're talking to a fellow chef at times, and I get too embarrassed to let them know that I'm just a fool playing a person on TV who knows what they're talking about. So that the conversation starts off in a place where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm following. And then they keep going further and further, and then I'm just like, ah, yeah, 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 yeah,
Can I
yeah.
please taste it?
Don't ask me.
Just let me taste it.
Yeah, if they ask me a question, I have nothing, and then the jig is up, and they'll yell at me for lying to them. Is what I think is what will happen.
Being renewed for another season, what's that like for a person? Like, not that many of us can experience something like that. Is that beautiful?
Yeah, it's a funny when you put it like that. That's like having a job and someone being like, "You got another job." Why? Even you got the same job again. You're like, okay, cool. I thought I did, but no, it's cool because that very much is a thing. This industry is, even though it doesn't appear that way, it is all like freelance, and you're like in free fall till you get your next gig. So it's nice knowing, oh, there's another gig. There's another gig within this one that I already love, and we get to keep doing this.
Lionel, amazing. Thanks so much.
Virgin Radio.